Hi Year 12, I wanted to give you some feedback on your Cornwall work. I thought it was better to do it via video than necessarily loads of typing. Couple of bits and pieces that's coming through from a number of you is a bit of a lack of detail. You do need to be using all the notes to make sure that you've got really detailed answers in your work. In the table of different strategies, some of you've kind of, I think, gone online and got some kind of random definitions from places. Just be careful, there are textbook notes that can help you with this. Particularly a bit confusing with heritage, the fact that areas have a history, which means that that history can be used as part of the rebranding process. So, for example, using the tin mining heritage of Cornwall to help support the rebranding for heritage purposes. Literary associations, I did mention this to you on the phone yesterday, but there's two key ones in Cornwall, which is the Poldark novels, which are obviously fairly recent in terms of their publicity, and things like Daphne du Maurier's Jamaica Inn. Some of you talked about the writer of Robinson Crusoe. I can't remember his name at the moment. That's also a good one. The themed events, these are normally one-off events that are festivals, farmers markets, that kind of thing, that help to rebrand a place. So a good example in Cornwall could be something like the Boardworks Festival, I think that's what it's called, that takes place at Newquay. It's a music festival, it's a surfing festival. Obviously that links to some of the others, but that big festival is a themed event around surfing, which is helping to rebrand Cornwall. Describing the location, the fact that Cornwall's very remote is quite important to put in there. And this idea of core periphery, a lot of you aren't very sure of. So the core is the economic hub of a country, and quite often it's geographical, and the periphery is geographically distant from that core. The core of the UK is the southeast and London, so that's what you need to bear in mind. And Cornwall's remoteness makes it part of the periphery, but also its economic disadvantage makes it part of the periphery. Tourism is a seasonal industry for Cornwall, so they make more money in the summer and less in the winter. Again, that's really quite important because actually those jobs in tourism are low paid, they're seasonal, they're often part-time, so therefore the people in Cornwall aren't making as much money as they would be elsewhere, and that has a knock-on effect to the economy, and Cornwall's seasonal employment has a big impact in the winter. Not going to talk too much about the data, some of you didn't do enough on that. Eden Project was generally fine. With regards to your SWOT analysis, can you please make sure that you put as much as possible in there? This could form the basis of a 20-mark question, and make sure that you're using facts and figures to help you with that, so that when you come to write a long answer question, you've got those facts and figures there. Thanks for completing the first part of the work. All bar one of you submitted it, which is great, and one of you thinks you've submitted it. I'm not sure where that's gone. I've sent it back to all of you now with some comments. If you do want to resubmit, that's fine. You might not get such detailed comments, but can you put your changes in purple pen so that I can see where you've changed it? Have a good rest of the day. Enjoy your rebranding of Peterborough Project. I'm not going to set you any more work now till next Monday and when I collect in that work there. If you do want any help with anything or any extra ideas for things to get on with, just give us a shout. Bye.